Hello, boys and girls. It's Mrs. Gehman, and today we are going to be working on bar graphs. If we take a look at our essential question over here, how can you read a bar graph to find the number that a bar shows? Now, if you've been following along, Mrs. Goodwin Salam already went over pictographs. If we take a look here, this would be a pictograph because it's using pictures. The circle is the picture. And it's showing sneakers with laces and sneakers with no laces. And all we do when we use a graph is we take a look and we can just count. We count the circles. So we would say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 shoes had laces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 had no laces. Okay, so we can see just by counting the pictures. That's what a pictograph is. Now, what we're looking at today, though, is a bar graph. And a bar graph is just a little bit different. But as you can see, we're counting markers, we're counting paintbrushes, and we're counting crayons. Okay? Now, if we take a look, this is the bar. Notice there's no circles, there's no pictures here. A bar is just a line that's either going across, or what we'll see in a little bit is it can actually go up and down as well in a vertical form. So we have the red bar shows us the markers. The blue bar shows us the paintbrushes. And the yellow bar shows us the crayons. Down at the bottom are the numbers. So we don't even really need to count them. If I take a look at my markers here, I go straight across to the end of my red bar, go down, and I can see that 5 children are using markers. I can go across my blue bar all the way to the end and see that 6 children are using the paintbrushes. And the yellow bar is the shortest one, and we go across to the number 2, and we see that 2 children were using crayons. Okay, so let's go ahead to our next picture here. Okay, so let's answer these questions. Okay, now we've done the markers, we've done the paintbrushes, and we've done the crayons. And this looks just like the one that we just looked at. So let's read our question. How many children chose the paintbrushes? The paintbrushes. So if we take a look at the paintbrushes, okay, what I'd like you to do is I want you to point at the screen. Take your finger, slide it across the blue bar to the end, and how many children? Right, so we want to put the number 6 here, for 6 children chose the paintbrushes. Okay, now how many children chose a crayon? Okay, now again, we go back up here and we take a look at the crayons. How many? We take your finger, slide it across to the end. We go down to the number. Notice we don't even have to count this. If I wanted to, I could do that. I've got one space here and another space here, so I know that's a 2. But if we go to the end of the bar, we go straight down and we have 2 children there. Okay, now this one's a little bit trickier, and this is doing some comparing. How many more children chose the paintbrush than the crayons? Okay, so we can see the blue bar is the longest, so that one was picked the most. And the crayons is the smallest, so that one was picked the least amount of time. But what we said is we want to know how many more children chose the paintbrush than the crayon. So what we do is we match up as much as we can here. This space is the same, and this space is the same. But notice there's no more crayons. So let's count how much is left over for the paintbrushes. We would say 1, 2, 3, 4 more chose the paintbrush. Okay, let's go to one more screen here. Like I said to you when we started, this can actually go in a vertical form as well. Notice it's the same bar going up this way, but again, it's not going horizontal this time. It's going up and down in a vertical form. Okay, so let's see if you can answer this question on your own here before I do your answer. How many children chose a silver car? Okay, Now, down here at the bottom of our bar graph, it shows us kinds of vehicles. So we have a car, a truck, and a dump truck. And over on the side this time, since this is a vertical bar graph, the numbers go up the side instead of across the bottom. Okay, so remember, we're looking for the car. How many children chose the car? Look at your yellow bar. We go up. So how many? Right, we need a 2 here. Okay, how many children chose the dump truck? So we go over here to the dump truck. We're looking for the green bar this time. Okay, take your finger, start at the bottom. Take your finger, go all the way up to the top. Now we're at the top, so all we do is go across to the number. So how many? Right, we have 6. Okay, and that's a bar graph, boys and girls. The line is the bar, and that shows us how many. Okay, all right. So what you're going to do is do the activity that is on the page for today. And don't forget, take a picture and show it to your teacher. Have a great day, guys.